but he just couldn't find it. He just didn't have it in him. And so I'm, hanging over the arse of the state, my arse over the stadium to all of South London for. It was about 5 minutes, Kelly said. She was standing at the bottom looking at my arse before they went, well, if he doesn't go, you can't. I went, what do you mean? He went, he's a minor. So if he doesn't go, you need to come back in. And I looked at Teddy and I was like, you kidding me? Come on, off you come. And he goes, no, I really can't do it. So then, they had to haul me back in. And I had to try not to be angry at him for doing something he was petrified of. But I sort of just, if I was still on the platform, I think I'd have just pushed him off because I'm a bit of a mean auntie.
I would have. It's a pity that I wasn't there because I'd have been quite. I would have gone. That's all right, mate. I'll go back in with you.
Yeah.
I'll go back in with you. No biggie.
I absolutely hate heights, like unbelievable. I passed out at heights and things like that.
So what?
I just did it.
Did you find going around the cockerel? Did you find that bit scary at all?
It was unnerving, but I knew it would. I knew I wasn't ever leaving the platform. I knew that wasn't a possibility, so I was okay. But interestingly,
I did find that horrible. Actually, I didn't like that at all.
They're taking out disabled seats in the stadium because they're not being used.
All right.
And they're adding in more seats to increase the capacity.
Oh, okay.
Did we know this?
I didn't know that. That's a bit bad because it reduces the opportunity for people with disabilities to actually attend if they want to attend.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that they're keeping some disabled seats.
Yeah, they're keeping some. They just said that there's too many. There's too many going empty every week, basically. Okay. So they're taking some out. They're not permanently doing it, but they're doing it, and they look like they were putting in, where all like the vehicles and stuff come in and out on between the west and east.
Yes,
they look like they were putting in a platform there and putting more seats in above that as well.
Oh, really?
They're putting seats wherever they can.
Well, but it's no bloody good if the stadium can't open full capacity, is it?
Isn't that happening though? I thought that was all lifted today. Is that not right?
I don't know. I don't listen to the news. It makes me sad.
It's all lifted.
I thought it was all lifted today.
Yeah.
You can do what you like. No one gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Stop people. Doesn't matter. Do what you like. Go up to strangers. Breathe in their face. Do what the fuck you like. Apparently, it's not.
Eat a bat.
No one cares anymore.
Munch on a pangolin.
Fucking.
I might get some T-shirts that say "Still, please don't touch me or come near me."
Yeah. In fact, I might do that as well because I'm quite antisocial. So
the biggest rumor on Twitter today was that they're expecting the stadium rights to finally be named.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no one seems to know anything about it though.
No,
I thought you'd know about that, Andy. I mean, you follow this quite closely.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I might know about it, but I can't tell you.
Okay. All right, that's fine. That's cool. So should we talk about pre-season then? Or
it just started, isn't it? Really? So.
Yeah.
Got a few players back, haven't we? Nuno's on the pitch.
He is, and Matt Doherty said that he'll work us hard, or he'll work the players hard. And there's been talk. There was talk about the fact that Mourinho didn't really focus on fitness enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think the players take the fucking piss. If I'm being brutally honest, because they got Pochettino sacked because they just didn't like his methods or some bollocks at the end.
Yeah.
Then Mourinho's gone and they didn't like his methods as well. I mean,
I also heard that I was listening to the Spurs show and someone was on there and apparently they know some inside info and they said that at the Everton away game, some of the players went up to Levy and asked him to get rid of Mourinho. Otherwise, they, I don't know what they were going to do, but he didn't want to sack Mourinho. So apparently, a couple of weeks later, it still went on. The players were still moaning about it, and he apparently assigned in the morning on the training. He assigned Mason the first team training coach before Mourinho got in. So Mourinho, he hadn't sacked him or anything. So when Mourinho got in, you could see there were players on the pitch and Mason was training them. And that's what happened.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I believe that though, because that on that day the training was delayed. There was a lot of talk about the fact that, and a big deal was made about the fact that training was delayed on the day and that they hadn't come out on time. So
okay,
not entirely
yeah, of course.
Sure
Also because of the Soapy League as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
that's right. It was the morning after, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure.
No, who knows? But I just thought that would be quite funny if that happened. Mourinho probably deserved that as well after that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing how pre-season goes. I'll probably keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on the transfer window, as it were, and sort of ins and outs. But I just really don't feel that invested in the team at the moment. I think it's sort of like half self-protection and half just
I know
dreading what it might be and not wanting. Like, I really don't know whether we're going to have a really good season or a really terrible season, and so I just don't have any real emotion about it at all. But I'm sure I
think my thoughts for the season aren't that we've got to have a good season. I just want to see us rebuild something, actually put something together that's going to make us think we've got something here. Something is working, and that always makes you feel better when you can see that there's actually a plan on the pitch.
Yeah,
and with Mourinho, and it's been a long time that we haven't had a plan, because last couple of seasons with Pochettino, it was a bit dire as well. So I'm excited about Nuno.
I'm excited, and I'm excited to see, at least half of the 432 players that we've been linked with joining the club and the impact that they'll make. But seriously, I think that Nuno is a good coach, and he had Wolves playing really good football. They had some good players there. I think that people kind of just recall or just remember the last season where they kind of struggled a little bit because of the injury to Jimenez, and I think that he could get us playing some exciting football again, and I'm all there for it. Well, I won't be there for it because all the games are going to be on a Sunday, so I will miss most of the games. But other than that, I'll be there for it.
It's not good, is it? It's not good.
No.
So, which of the players, Andy, any of the players that we've been linked with, that you think, oh, fucking hell, I really like that one?
Yeah, I really, really like Takahiro Tomiyasu. I've always liked him. Ever since I heard about him about 3 days ago. I really like what he can do. So yeah. Who is he?
What about you, Sarah? Anyone that?
Say that again.
Anyone that's caught your attention, or anyone that's led to panic at the thought of them signing for us? Panic at the thought of them signing for us?
Again, I've sort of just stayed away from it a little bit, and I'll get excited when we're being linked with positions that I actually think we need to strengthen, like centre back and right wing back, and those sort of things. When deals start moving, and you think, right, we've got rid of a right back. In theory, that should mean that we're getting a right back in, or here's a centre back for you. Worry about it then. But Spurs sort of have drained the life and the enjoyment out of football for me.
Oh God, it's not good, is it?
Like, it's just, I just don't want to get hope up anymore. I think, really, like, as you said, Andy, when you can feel that you're building towards a project and you can become invested in it again, that will feel very different for me. It doesn't mean that I ever want to see the club lose. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to scream with every single kick and throw and punch with the ball, but does it mean I'm going to be scrolling my Facebook and Twitter feed every 5 minutes for news at the moment? No, probably not, because they've not done enough to excite me.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Well, hopefully they will. And
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'd love nothing more than to
it's going
be.
to make us more proud of what we're watching.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Andy, I'm hoping will you drop a note to Levy and ask him.
I'm going to send
Just
him
let
a
him know that he
report.
needs to do.
Yeah.
He needs to do a bit more to excite Sarah.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
Yeah. I know exactly.
I just think I don't think I'm alone in that, really.
I don't think you are.
No, probably not. I wouldn't have thought so.
I would have thought if things don't start very well, then there's going to be lots of moaners. No one's going to have any patience whatsoever.
But there's people that are threatening to, I don't think the start's got anything to do with it. I think people are threatening to make it an uncomfortable time and situation for Levy from the outset. Where we could, I don't think
players don't need that.
Come into it.
No, they don't.
They don't. But yet still, apparently these fans that are diehard fans or whatever. It's actually just going off. Sorry, just on that. It's interesting because there's been a lot. Last week, I think there were a lot of fans that were offered the opportunity to get season tickets, and that were that have been quite a way down the line. And there's a lot of fans that give it large about Spurs, knowing Spurs, and all this sort of stuff, and all right. And then they suddenly go, "Oh, I can finally get my first season ticket!" Yay!
Yeah.
I was like, "Hold on." I thought, the way you bang on about Spurs and everything, I thought you were a season ticket holder for years, son. Apparently.
And also, there's been lots of people getting offers of season tickets and their 50th, 1000th in the queue and all that. But this has been going on for years, ever since we had since Wembley. So there's nothing new about that. I don't know what the logic is or the algorithm, but it happens. So there we go.
I think as well, people were waiting to see, how COVID would respond as well. And I think if anybody was iffy or their job was iffy, because if the economy didn't open up, they would probably, taking the safe route this summer. As also some will vote with their feet. But I think if you're a Tottenham fan first and foremost, support the boys and make your displeasure known at the end of games with
I think that's
your vocalized displeasure at Levy at that point. But don't boo the team on the pitch trying to deliver you a job, because the only thing that you're going to do is make those players not want to play for your club.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not going to want to turn up and work in that environment. I'm sorry, it's a job at the end of the day. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And if you're not proud of your club, they're going to be looking around going, well, why did they don't want to be here? Why do I want to be here? And we're going to be our own self-fulfilling prophecy, a bit like the Emirates down the road if we're not careful.
Indeed, yeah.
Frankly, and if I was in the stadium, I would, scream and shout and cheer the boys on. And Daniel Levy walked past me, I'd probably say a few choice words because that's how I feel about him. But at the same time, I do think he's done an okay job running the football club. I just think the next phase that we need as a football club is beyond him. I think he's had many chances.
That's exactly why he's brought Paratici in, isn't it?
Exactly, and we've got to give him the space, right? And go from there.
Yeah. I guess we will see over the next 2 or 3 weeks what's how it's all going to be put together before the season. So
very interesting times, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I think things will start happening this week because they have to. They have to happen pretty soon. So
yes.
Yeah.
Will Harry Kane be in a Spurs shirt? It's probably going to be the headlines tomorrow. Now they've got an over England losing.
Well, that's right. I think there's probably lots of people, worried about Harry, but I think it's much easier.
I'm not worried about it. If it happens, we can't control it, really, can we?
No, we can't.
Just got to react as a club in the best way.
Yeah.
Service the needs of the club in the best way. But
I just think it's unlikely that he'll leave. Just purely.
I think so. I think we're going to be asking a hell of a lot of money, but is he the final piece to Man City's puzzle, and how much do they value that over how much debt we're in, or how much Nuno thinks he can get out of some players that maybe he can get coming in? And
yeah, exactly.
Well, not my job, thankfully.
You've got to be brave.
I'll just complain either way. Should have taken the money. He's
Yeah.
crap.
Exactly. Can't win, can you? Can't win at all.
I